We're still worshiping the golden calf. We're just doing it differently today. Instead of an actual golden statue, we're worshiping Instagram accounts, likes, and shares, and doing the work. What I mean is, we are trying to do the work, but we're doing it all wrong. But don't worry, Shayna says we can do better. Okay, so what do I mean about the golden calf, and why am I even talking about it? Well, Shavuot is coming up. That's the holiday where we celebrate Moses receiving the Torah and we eat cheese. And see, the golden calf is a part of the story. In case you don't know the story, it goes a little something like this. When the Israelites were wandering the desert, Moses was like, "Hey everyone, I'm gonna go to Mount Sinai for 40 days. Don't worship any false idols while I'm gone." And the people waited. But the thing is, you see, they counted the day Moses left as day 1 instead of day 0. So on the 40th day, they thought it was the 41st, and he didn't return, and they immediately panicked and decided to worship a golden calf. And then Moses came back when he said he would and saw them worshiping the false idol, and he was like, "Hey, what the you guys? Did you forget to count day 0? And so basically, the golden calf has become a metaphor for worshiping false idols. And I think this is still happening in real life because it happened to Shayna. So, when I was in grad school, a lot of my very nice classmates kept talking about this concept of doing the work. And what they seemed to mean was social justice and fixing broken systems. And it all sounded noble and inspiring, but it also gave Shayna a lot of anxiety, okay? Because I was thinking, boy, fixing all these problems is a tall order. But influenced and determined, I tried what I thought was a way to do better. Shayna started reading books written by authors from different backgrounds to expand her horizons. And she started following accounts on social media that talked about social justice and fixing things and doing the work. And every time Shayna read a book or liked a post on Instagram, she gave herself a little pat on the back. "Well, all in a day's work," she would say. "I'm really doing the work." Except I wasn't doing the work! I wasn't doing anything! Now look, was it wrong that I was reading books and scrolling on social media? No, there was nothing wrong with simply doing that, but was I mistaking passive activities for, doing the work? Yes, I was. Here's the thing that happened. The more I tried to do the work and focused on it as if it was an activity I could just sign up for, the less I was actually doing it. Shayna started to realize something very important. I realized that you can't grow a garden just by reading about it or liking videos about it. You have to actually get your hands dirty if you want to grow a garden. So after grad school, I found myself naturally gravitating towards things that interested me. And that eventually led me to volunteering in my community and connecting with a new community. And over time, I started to meet people who were different than me, people I didn't always agree with. I talked to people I otherwise probably wouldn't have connected with if I hadn't sought out that community and those volunteering opportunities. And I think that's when the work started to happen. Because as Shayna met new people and experienced new things, Shayna had to expand her worldview. No longer did things seem as simple or black and white as they did before. Shayna had to change her mind about things, or at least admit that she didn't know as much as she did. Shayna had to leave her little bubble where everyone thought the same way as her. And did that change the world and fix every problem? No, of course not. But was reading books and liking posts and talking about doing things and just talking to the same people who had the same ideas, was that helping anymore? I would argue that maybe even did less. What I realized was I couldn't do the work by trying to do the work. The moment I tried it that way, it just became performative and self-serving. But you know what? When I didn't think about doing the work, but I just tried new things and gravitated towards what interested me, and when I just focused on caring for those around me, that's when the work was happening. It was happening when I was too busy living life to think about whether or not I was doing it. It's sort of like that line from that Beatles song, life is what happens to you when you're busy making other plans. The same thing can be said about doing the work. You only do it when you're busy doing it. And so, as Shavuot is coming up, and I am reminded of the story of the golden calf, I realized that the books and the Instagram accounts and all that, those were like the golden calf for me. Not because they are inherently bad or wrong, sometimes those things can even be good, but it was because I was treating them like an idol to be worshipped, like false prophets to follow, and I thought I was somehow better for doing it. But then I stopped simply just reading and I put my hands in the dirt. So in the spirit of Shavuot, I argue you should find out what your golden calf is. And you should grow your garden, okay? Find the right soil, plant the seeds, water your space, see what grows, trim where needed, and grow and keep growing. Happy Shavuot, everyone! Now please put your phone down and go touch grass. No, really, do that. So what did you think of that? Did you think that maybe you have a golden calf as well? Maybe? Did you like the little biblical story I did? I did try to, reenact it really quickly so that it wasn't boring. Let me know if you want to see more of that. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. But only nice comments, okay? Nice comments for Shayna. And while you're at it, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Shayna works so hard on these videos that I only have 8 fingers. Please help my channel grow. Okay, thank you, bye.